Susan works in the public relations office for a large downtown law firm. It's a particularly busy time because the firm has taken on a high-profile case and Susan's phone is ringing constantly with requests from reporters. She starts feeling her heart race every time she opens her email inbox or one of the lawyers stops by her office to ask her a question. Almost every day, she leaves the office with a migraine. Susan also regularly works after hours and starts having trouble sleeping because as soon as she finishes work, she stays up several hours more just worrying and playing out different scenarios in her head. Even after the case ends, the symptoms continue. One day, at work during an important meeting, Susan ends up spilling her coffee down the front of her shirt because her hands have started shaking uncontrollably. She is unable to complete the meeting and ends up back at her desk sobbing. That evening, driving home from work, Susan feels lightheaded and dizzy. She gets into a small fender bender a couple of blocks from her apartment. As soon as she is home, Susan calls her sister, sounding somewhat hysterical on the phone, and her sister says maybe she should take some time off. Susan is able to use a combination of her vacation and sick days to immediately take a week off work. And during this time, she consults her family doctor who refers her to a psychiatrist. Susan is diagnosed with an anxiety disorder and begins taking medication. She takes additional weeks off work and is able to get a doctor's note that allows her to take this time as a leave of absence from her job. Her sister flies in to visit for part of this time, and the two stay in the house watching movies, relaxing together, and catching up. Susan starts building a relationship with a therapist who is able to immediately start seeing her once a week and is available at any time by phone. Susan also checks in again with her psychiatrist who monitors the medication's effects after a few weeks have passed. After 1 month, Susan decides she is ready to start working again and consults her therapist. She decides to request a transitional period at her job, working part-time. Eventually, Susan returns to her job full-time. Her coworkers and boss are understanding, and Susan is able to integrate back into office life. Susan still has the support of her therapist, and she continues taking medication monitored by a medical professional.